What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. I, of course, am JB, and today we're going to have a look at something quite interesting from Polygon's 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃. So if anybody is an avid watcher of, like whale alerts, transfers and so forth, we would have seen the 7.6 million 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃 that was transferred yesterday from an unknown wallet to Polygon's staking platform. Now this obviously would not necessarily raise many eyebrows. It's the equivalent of $6.4 million. But there are some concerns. We're going to get into something quite interesting here. The transaction itself has sparked, quite a lot of speculation about potential implications for Polygon's ecosystem. And, is this a bit of an irregularity with Polygon's staking token allocation? Is there discrepancies with some announced plans? What implications does this have on the market with price action of Polygon's 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃? And have a look at, what may happen long term. Is this the move that we're kind of been looking for in the macro time frame for Polygon's 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃? So let's get all into it for today. I think, first of all, let's jump over and have a look at that article itself. Over at 𝗬𝗎today, we can see 7.6 million Polygon's 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃 transferred by unknown wallet. So they're really breaking down the movements that really did happen out here. We can see it once again, 7.6 million 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃, the equivalent of $6.3 million from an unknown wallet to Polygon's staking platform. The transaction raising eyebrows within the crypto space, prompting discussions about the potential implications for Polygon's ecosystem. So we can obviously see the tweet from Whale Alerts, guys. I do urge you to follow Whale Alerts if you are not already. See these big movements when they do happen. Polygon found itself embroiled in controversy as allegations of suspicious flows and irregularities in its staking platform have surfaced. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗡, a blockchain intelligence firm, claimed to have uncovered evidence suggesting that Polygon deviated from its publicly announced token allocation plan. Polygon's token distribution did not align with the specified plans, which detailed allocations for categories such as launchpad sales, staking, foundation and team. Of course, particular concerns were the revelation that the staking contract designed to receive 800 million 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃 from the foundation contract, in fact, only received 400 million tokens. Now there's a link here to the tweet. I do urge you guys to go ahead and have a look through this one. I'll put it in the description of today's video. This one goes on. We'll quickly switch over to this and have a quick look at the tweet itself. Now, as we can see, this is it's quite an in-depth thread here. We're not going to cover it all in today's video. It would take far too long, but it really has a bit of a breakdown here to everything that they were tracking going on. I'll link it in the description down below, guys. Do, after the video, head on over there and have a look through this. It's quite a deep dive into, what has gone on, but it's good that 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗃 has picked this one up. But back to the article, the accusations from 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗃 intensifies the scrutiny on Polygon's internal processes and the integrity of the token's distribution model, and obviously stakeholders seeking clarity from Polygon's development team regarding the alleged irregularities. Now, off the back of this transfer, we obviously did see a slight decrease in 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃's price action, around about 1.55% in the last 24 hours, and a decrease in trading volume by 1.12%. So, of course, investors and community members will eagerly be awaiting, any further updates on this current situation. And rest assured, guys, should there be any other developments, any other outcomes that we feel you guys should know, rest assured you will find that here. We will cover that as soon as we can. But I do think it's hyper interesting to see these movements playing on. Now, of course, if you head over to our Discord, that's linked in the description down below, you will see we do have the Whale Alerts tab right down here. And when we look at the Whale Alerts, well, we can see the transaction that did take place here at 7:15 this morning UTC. So just a matter of hours ago, we did see this transfer, 7.6 million 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃 from an unknown wallet to Polygon staking. But this is not the only one that I have seen come ahead. We can also see here from an unknown wallet to Binance, this equivalent of, pretty much the same amount of 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃. We did see this coming off the exchange into a wallet for Polygon's 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃, but we have also seen another transaction very similar to this, 9.3 million 𝗕𝗪𝗧𝗃, the equivalent of $7.8 million, transferred from an unknown wallet to Polygon staking. This happening at 10:40 UTC. It's definitely one thing to keep an eye on. This may be nothing. It may be an API issue like we have seen before. So don't jump on the FUD. It's just something I think it's good to keep in the back of the head. If this Matic is something you're watching, like you guys probably know by now, it is something I am watching. Yeah, this could be the potential catalyst that we have been looking for Matic's price action. Speaking of, let's head on over and take a look at the charts for Polygon's Matic. Alright guys, Polygon's Matic paired it with USDT. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 is the data source for this 4-hour time frame. Now the last time we looked at Matic, obviously we were looking at the potential of a couple of different moves here. Now the move we were looking to play out is of course this 5-wave structure in white, bringing us down towards that 5th wave target area here between 70.8 and 65.8 cents. We can of course see the 5th wave was a very poor movement within itself, dropping to just 73.63 cents. However, we can see it crucially drop lower than its wave 3 movement, giving us a truncated 5th wave move overall. So let's just clear up some of the noise here. We of course have that alternative move that we did leave in the back of your minds in case we did see, you know, a sudden spike to the upside, where ironically we have actually hit that C wave target area, but it is not the move that has played out here. It has just been a mass coincidence, should you believe in coincidences. From here, what we have seen going on is, you know, quite an impressive little move to the upside, potentially a 5-wave move in itself here. We could just take this high point of a potential wave 1 and its origin of its movement, and we can bring this one over. Well, we did hit that 1.618, but unfortunately we do not have the movements after, so it does look like we just have an overextension in the C wave right here. Now the internal movements of that C wave, well, we could indeed have a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5 bring us up into that area. So what does that tell us for price action? Where should we be looking for the price of Matic to go next? Well, let's have a look at this logically. We do have the initial breakdown here of a 5-wave structure for Polygon's Matic. We should be looking for its retracement to see where the price has came up to on this push to the upside. And we can see that price heading up to the 95.7 cents, hitting the 0.618 Fibonacci level and finding rejection. Let's just line this across the chart so we really can see that hitting rejection on the 618 Fibonacci level. So from there, we have obviously seen the price break on down. Now, we could look at this one of two ways in my opinion. I do think the moves are still a little unclear. We know we have this 5-wave structure. 5-wave structures cannot be placed by themselves, so in reality we should be looking for another 5-wave structure to come after this one. We could pair this one, you know, looking for that kind of move to play out down here. Wave 1, wave 2, we could still be in that wave 3, 4 and 5. I don't think that's the move that's kind of playing out. If anything, this would probably be a wave 1 with a wave 2, with a wave 3, 4 and 5 still to come. Considering the position of the stochastics, the 4-hour and the 8-hour oversold and the hourly, you know, heading back down into the oversold position. Yeah, I do think we could actually see this one push itself back up a little bit before heading on down. Now that move back up, well, once again, we can look at some retracement levels once we know the move that is playing out to the downside. Now, overall, it does appear to be a 5-wave move carrying out just now. We'll take that 100% move in the wave 1, bring it over to that swing high, and we can see we have hit the impulsive trigger here. So this movement in itself does show the movement of a 5-wave structure that is not yet complete. We take the movements here, we can see the target area we could be looking at for the price to drop on down to. This would take us down to around about 82.25 with a lower level of 80.24 cents. Now this, in my opinion, would be the most logical move for Polygon's Matic. We have already met the minimum requirement here, coming at 83.49 cents, where we can see multiple times we have crossed that level. So just bear in mind, we have already met minimum expectation. There's no requirement to carry on going down, but I do think we still have a little bit still to go. Now from there, where are the next moves that are likely? Well, should we see the price come down and we'll take it to the upper level of 82.28 cents here, well, once again, we will be looking for retracements, and that would take us up towards the 50 to 88.2% levels. This would be 89 cents and 94 cents, where we would see the 4-hour equilibrium tested out here. So we know the moves on the lower timeframes, you know, the path I do think we would expect Polygon's Matic to, you know, kind of take out here. Now this move within itself, as I kind of covered, I look at this as a wave 1, with this move here to be a wave 2, and still expect more to the downside overall. We shall keep an eye on this one and see how it plays out. When we take it up to the daily time frame, well, the daily time frame is actually sitting pretty much where we expect it to be. We know we have moved down in that 5-wave movement, a bit of a poor performance in its 5th wave, we do know that already, but the move also pushing itself back up into its typical retracement area here between 8 to 9 cents and $1.04 on the Binance daily chart. So everything's sitting pretty well here on the daily. And then lastly, let's jump over here onto the weekly time frame, a bit more of a zoomed out look to Polygon's Matic. Now, as I kind of spoke about earlier in the video, still looking for a bit of a drop to the downside for Matic overall. We can take a note of the weekly stochastic here. As you know, it's starting to pull itself to the downside. I do think there is still plenty of momentum to go, but should Bitcoin correct like we're expecting to correct, we'll obviously see the alt market correcting with that, and we could potentially be looking for Matic to drop down in this C wave, with the current target 38 cents to 29 cents in this movement. We can also look at the Gaussian channel here. So we have seen the price come up, testing the upper level of the Gaussian channel and breaking on down from, where of course we have seen the price testing the mid-level here, and yeah, losing the mid-level. We are coming back up most recently to test the mid-level once again. I don't expect this to hold, and I do expect to see that price come on down, perhaps testing out the lower level of the Gaussian channel at 64.12 cents. Gaussian channel is starting to contract. We have lost the upper band, we have lost the mid band. I personally do think looking at the Gaussian channel retest of that 64 cents is the next interesting pit stop on Polygon's Matic weekly time frame. So just a quick overview of my thoughts, my opinions on where Matic is heading. Let me know what you think of everything going on with the whole staking side of it. Is it a concern that you do have in the back of your head, or is it just pretty much a nothing burger? Be fantastic to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on that one. And if you want to continue watching the content coming to you from Cheeky Crypto, well, why not check out this video right here.